couple of weeks ago, I shared an update from my empty workshop to say that we were leaving. So I'm finally going to get round to doing the shop tour that I never got round to doing in reverse, starting with my miter saw stand. And it's got wheels to be able to pull away from this tiny corner. My favourite features on this is the fence, the stop block, and I've got space for my shop vac. By the way, I think my shed was roughly about 6 by 3 metres square. And you'll quickly notice I'm probably not the tidiest of people, and this corner used to be my dumping ground for sheets of material, my food photography backdrops, although they're technically laminate worktop samples. Next is one of these multi-drawer systems from Aldi, I think. I wish I'd bought this sooner because this was a godsend for all my drill bits, just things that I needed to put in size order. First aid kit hanging in the corner. Glad I never had to use that. Now, something I didn't really like, but it served a purpose, was this coat rack to hang hand saws.
Too many saws.
It's just not very pretty. And I'd also use the upper bit to hang plastic pipes and copper pipes, just in case I needed them.
Random things might not need.
And I almost never did. Now, as a workbench, I have this long kitchen worktop, and behind it I created extra shelves just to place oddments like hacksaw blades and stuff. Let's go back to the left. You might notice I'm a hoarder as well, and I don't like to throw rags away. So this box I made is just a basic cladded box with wheels, and I can just easily get it in and out. I also kept my pliers and tin snips on a batten of wood here, but next time I'm definitely going to put a pointy edge on it because they had a tendency of leaning and sometimes falling off. And the same kind of idea for clamp storage. Basic, but I loved this. I went small router bit boxes on some of the noggins. Another favourite of mine were these really cheap magnetic tool holders, although I did get a few negative comments about me putting my spanners on there, so feel free to do your research. This is another one of my favourite projects, an old CD rack turned into a drill and battery station. Well, I think it's time to do some purging here because my Bosch one needs repairing. The Makita ones I absolutely love, or loved, and I'm not totally keen on the Einhell range.
Now, I've had a few questions about whether I like the Einhell tool range, and to be honest, I found these tools hit and miss. The circular saw I gave away because even on a full battery it kept stopping and starting on basic softwoods. This combi drill is quite heavy, and obviously an impact driver is really useful, and that's why I didn't really want to get rid of that. But I've now got a Stanley one, and I'm going to go towards the Stanley range because I've just found it's more powerful, even more powerful than my Makita.
The point is, I don't like all these different battery packs. You'll find a link to how I converted this and loads of other things in this workshop. Let's finally talk table saws. Here you can see I've really just been using it as a workbench, and when I turned it on in this shed, I just felt like it was too loud to use in here. But to be honest, I'd also much rather invest in something with saw stop technology for the obvious reasons and protect my frankfurters. More hoarding specials. I like to take hardware off old pieces of furniture like the drawer runners because they're expensive. These are just suspended in the roof using scrap pieces of wood. And spring clamps, I've just attached them to the end of a shelf.
I wouldn't buy those again. They're on Amazon. They're very weak. Roughneck, loads of different sizes from Screwfix or Toolstation. They are really strong.
This is what I wish I'd made sooner, a chair and stool in one. And for the last few months I've been using that to reach up to the long lengths of timber, and I had absolute faith in the twin slot shelves that I used to hang them. Drill press in the corner. I do plan on making a drill press stand for this. Now, as you know, I use twin slot shelves, but I don't know whether I like having shelves in a workshop. I just dump random things in there, but it's also quite cluttered looking. One thing that really worked for me in here was having a tall wall in the centre. I'd just refer back to a photo that I had, and I preferred it that way for the times I'd be adding more, and I definitely made a few changes over the years. For the awkward things like flatwood drill bits, I just cut a noggin from an offcut and drilled holes to put them in, but this only worked for so long because I kept buying more. Now, I didn't always have a workbench like this. For quite a long time I relied on sawhorses, and I do think these fold away metal ones are more versatile than the homemade wooden one that I made, but I never really found a home for them. They were just leaning against the worktop. And for years I was really bad at storing screws, so bad. They were in a massive box, all bundled together, until I sorted out this area with loads of little plastic boxes to organise them. But I was able to fit them between spars and just utilise as much space within the walls that I could. I'd also keep biscuits, bolts, roll plugs, stuff like that. And the infamous offcut pile, although this is after I had a purge. Definitely need to think of other ways to organise my offcuts. This is one of my favourite ideas. A shelf within your shed walls to store your corks, WD-40 and spray paints, things like that. And it's all built with offcut shelves screwed at a 45-degree angle to keep them in. Now this side of the room, I've used London brackets for more offcuts. I obviously have an offcut problem, all sorts of things. And with it being a tiny workshop, I've always had to think creatively about extra storage. These are IKEA Trofast drawers, and they're suspended with some rebated oak offcut trims that I found. It's starting to look bare. Here's where I'd keep my router and my biscuit joiner. Oh, and the sheet material that I've got on the twin slot shelves are 9mm OSB, fine providing the spars weren't too far away. Over time, I also acquired these lockers, these metal lockers, and I store substances like glues, wall fillers, paint, and they also made a great shelf for more offcuts as well on top. And of course, screws dotted here and there to hang things like push sticks. And I take these London brackets everywhere with me. And unfortunately, one mistake that I did was take all of my tools out, and I didn't leave myself anything to remove my useful vise.
No, forget it.
This has been one of the most useful tools, and you can find most of those ideas in my workshop organisation video, and hopefully it's helped you plan yours. See you in my next one.